Nerd Soul.
All right. Late ill kid at one youngster holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. What is up, my people? Today all year. Another wonderful episode of That's Right Anime Ish. We got the crew up in here. We're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna give a shout out uh to the man about town in the Baton Rougean streets. I give to you one half of the dynamic duo of the South. Mr. Coop, what's up?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Shout out to everybody who's listening to this on www.blurch.com. That's www.blerd-ish.com. My mouth is just going
That
with a
boy,
mind of its
what
own.
he doing?
Look,
He
I've
don't
been
know.
talking. I've been talking so much this weekend. I'm just tired. But hey, man, anime keeps me rolling and other stuff.
That man don't know where he go. But next up, I'd like to introduce to you someone who you know and love. This lady has been cosplaying for over 2 millennia. All right. She is the Kunoichi of the year. I give to you the enigmatic, the awesome, and incredible. That's right. Ninja Sama Cosplay. What's up? You know what I'm saying? Break it down to him. Tell him what you're doing. Tell him what's up. Get a people a little shout.
Good morning, good evening, good night. It's Ninja Sama Cosplay, and although my birthday's next week, I'm not that old, so you might want to run that calendar back. You might have got my contact information confused with Keith's.
Oh wow, hey, I'm a proud 42, so I don't know, man. I mean, I think we was just I think I graduated right after you or right before you, so I'm not that much older than you.
Absolutely not true.
I mean, right before you, about
You
probably
got
about
like 13. You got
three, about
north of a
three,
decade.
three?
You got north of a decade.
5, 6,
She said north of a decade.
north of a decade.
or just under a decade. I turn 34 next week.
Oh,
See,
well, you know what? Happy
Wait.
early birthday. We're going to give you a shout out on that day, but happy early birthday. You know
I
what I'm saying?
forgot.
You done made it. You know what I'm saying? You done did it. You done
forgot.
made it.
you were still in your 20s when I met you, so it's like
It was a while ago though.
it was like 76, 7-ish years.
Oh, back in 76? Oh, okay. Well, back in 76. That's no doubt. That's no
Now-
doubt.
Back when I was
back-
a twinkle in my daddy's eye.
That was back in Mark's heyday.
Oh, boy. All right, so let's go in and throw it over to the Kunoichi of the year. If you would, enlighten us with what you've been watching lately. You know what I'm saying? I know
I haven't
it's got to be
had
something
a
dope.
I haven't had a whole lot of time lately, but I did finally. I think last time I was on the show, I was trying out Mark Double Love, and then this week I checked out Undead Unluck. So I'm kind of like I'm moving at a snail's pace compared to everybody else. I'm checking them out bit by bit,
That's cool.
seeing where we find out. That's all. That's all. That can be
All
had.
right, so how are you feeling about Undead Unluck right now? And I ain't gonna spoil nothing because I know you still early in the game. But how you feeling about that show?
Yeah, I'm literally right at an episode and a half. An episode and a half in. So one thing I look at when I start a new show, like yes, I have my 2 to 3 episode rule, but I also like that first episode. Like if it like really checks the boxes, like it's a solid rewatchable first episode, then I feel like I have a good tone of what the show is going to be, and if I will continue watching. And it was a very strong first episode. It checked the box of animation. It had the dynamic. The characters were entertaining. The story, the premise, the main objective for the most part was spelled out. So it was easy to wrap my head around. I thought it was very good. The soundtrack was decent too. It's not a bad thing. It's
Okay.
actually more so what it reminded me of. If this show came out in like early to mid 2000s, it would have just really been perfect because the way it sets itself up with like the slapstick, not taking itself too seriously, but you could tell there's going to be some heart there, like based off of what the characters need and want. Like it very much is like, I don't know, it reminds me of like FLCL, Soul Eater, like all those type of like late 90s, early to mid 2000s shows where it's like if it had that animation or at least that look, that feel of it, like it feels like it could go in that catalog of type of shows, at least based off of like the first episode and a half, like the way it cuts every so often to something else, and then you got some wide shots, some type shots. It has some type of nostalgia. I don't know when the manga was written, but there's some type of like throwback qualities to it, which is probably why I'm liking it. It's not necessarily the setup that you would see in a show in 2023. It reminds me more of an older type setup for anime.
Which, shout out to Gamma Ray. She mentioned that I think the same studio that animated, of course, like Soul Eater and Fire Force, is the same art. I don't know if it's the same creator of it.
I don't think it's the same creator because it doesn't look exactly. And I'm glad it does not, because then I'll be thrown off, because I actually got really tired of the art style in Fire Force to the point where I dropped it after the first season. So if it is, I'm glad they switched it up enough. Like you can still feel the style of it, but at least it doesn't look like I was so tired of Fire Force after the first season. Like I didn't really care to watch anymore because like it did it too much. It leaned into it too much, and I don't know, but we'll see. I mean, I'm very early.
Okay, so new on that, new. All right, okay. Also, I want to bring to y'all, a homie stepped through the side door. The other half of the dynamic door of the South, Mark Dub Love. What's up?
What is going on, everyone? It is Mark Dub, hard man, half amazing. Y'all know, spicy like that Creole, not that Cajun. Man, I dig it. Art wise, it does kind of give like those early 2000s, late 90s vibes. It in some ways it's kind of it kind of felt like One Piece, but way prettier. So I was calling it Two Piece.
Not Two Piece. I mean,
but
I kind of want to see that anime.
Like,
I mean, they love making animes about people
the
cooking.
slapstick element.
I mean, come on, you know the deal.
Ninja, you are very good at this, ma'am, because you stated that so very perfectly. Like there's a lot of slapstick and funny parts, but you can tell it will have heart, and you're gonna be endeared to a blood spurting immortal sociopath.
Very much so. A lot of blood, squirting, just gushing like all over.
Blood jetpacks or something.
Man,
that is the illest. That is so ill.
He's like Iron Man. He's like Iron Man, but with his blood coming out. But it's like the first couple of times it happens, it's like, oh, it's bloody, but it's not blood for the sake of gore. It's just blood for the sake of like animation and trajectory. Yeah.
But it's
you know what? You said it's Iron Man and it is blood, so it is probably full of iron. But
it's just funny to see somebody literally flying because they blood is like exploding all over the place.
I heard your displeasure with that. I enjoyed it.
Undead Unluck is on point. It's definitely on point.
It really is.
But I don't want to go too far. We'll go deeper into Undead a little bit later, because I know I ain't trying to spoil it on that. So what else have you been watching, Ninja? What else have you been up on?
That's it. That's all I had time to, because I gave Mark Double Love a chance and I dropped it immediately. And then I checked out this one. So I will come around next time for the next one to go on, and maybe I'll slowly build my catalog there, because there's not a lot. There's a few that I'm interested in. So we'll see as the episodes stack up what's going to stand the test of time for this season.
I know you mentioned them, but which few was catching your eye?
Oh, if I remember correctly, I think there's two different ones that dropped on Netflix. The one that's based on like 90s Capcom and all that. That's one. And then there was another one that's like Good Night something. Good Night.
Oh yeah,
Friend or something. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
those
Good
two,
Night
just because they're
World or something
Netflix
like that.
because they're easy to binge. If they are good, they're easy to binge.
You know what? I'm glad you mentioned Netflix. I definitely want us to. I mean, we probably already seen the previews. It's like, thanks to Netflix, we about to have another fall anime preview or jump into, because they got their own world going with the Netflix thing. Just all these different IP they got. Because I am starting to get a little hype for Onimusha. Like, I kind of want to check that out.
Man, it is
That's gonna be a
beautiful
definite.
in the preview. It is prettier than anybody I ever took to prom.
Like,
it's gonna be
You
dope. I can see that now. So Onimusha, I ain't got no problem with that. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be straight.
and of course, I'm looking forward to Scott Pilgrim for me. So, you know, I know we mentioned this, but I definitely am looking forward to it.
Yeah, you can let me know how that is. You know what I'm saying? You can tell me all about
Oh, don't. Well, I will. So I'm killing that one.
I will
please.
too. I will
I'm-
too,
I'm on
Coop.
it,
I'm
man.
gonna check
I'm on
out
it.
Scott Pilgrim.
You're gonna like it, Mark. You definitely gonna like it. It's gonna bring back some memories, but it will be better than the 100 Girlfriends. That's
Hey, you know what? The 100 Girlfriends, it was cool, but I am also not with that lolly crap. So
I'll say this: since we're there, episode 3 was a return. It was alright. I'm already like, you know what? It should have just been the first 2 girls and stop right there.
it.
And 3 was a kind of a terrible episode. Well, excuse me, 4 brought back some more humor. It needs to stay there. Like, I don't really want to know no more girlfriends. I'm already girlfriend now. I don't need no more. I don't need no more different ones. And I definitely don't need ones that cannot verbalize. It's like, And then we're going to get another short stack one that's just, I don't know. It's like,
my favorite Konoichi. Cover your ears for a second as
Oh Lord.
I'm about to unleash the anti-trash equation.
The anti-trash equation.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
When there was a time when young Wless in a quest to ameliorate his life pursued the company of various sundry female companions.
This brother trying to make it sound deep.
Did you say sundry?
Shh.
This brother trying hard to make it sound
As
deep.
young Wless pursued those quests, young Wless found out that the more the not the merrier. It is hard dang work. If especially if you are really trying to
That man said you ain't like the one you with. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, look, yeah,
I'm gonna explain the problem you already got.
It was hard work. It was hard dang work,
See,
and
Mark,
it left no desire for
Here's your problem.
me to continue to pursue like
the Mark. In
dealing
harem-
with one at a time is plenty work.
But dealing with in a harem anime, this is what you do. You date them all at the same time, and you grit up on a rooftop and you do goofy stuff. And see that way,
Yeah.
because it don't make no sense. I mean, we know harem anime don't make no sense, but again, we kind of touched upon why this is probably our last until the season end. We ain't gonna really go in deep into it, so we ain't gonna mention it no more. We just not. We gonna watch, but we go watch with 1 hour. Like, I don't know.
I mean, this is my tribute to Trashius, the patron saint of trashy anime, harem anime. It's entertaining in a way, but like, yeah, I don't like stuff going that way.
Yeah, it's it's already dipping a little bit. It dipped back up, but it's like should have stopped with the two girls you meet first. Had enough of a show with them just there. And again, other shows do the same thing, and they don't need like 100. And I don't even know how many get into the season.
So basically, Mark Dub was out there with them ladies saying, you know what I'm saying, never would I imagine that you would play a major part in a decision that's so hard. Do I leave? Do I stay? Do I go? Or think about my life and what matters to me the most?
Girl,
Mark
you
Dub
know that the love is real.
Anyway, guys,
Trying
look,
to slip out like banana peels. As the Dub person.
all right, look, we're gonna get back to some. All right, look, trash anime is out of here. Now we back with some good, happy.
Oh no,
feel
we
good
ain't never
anime.
say trash is out of here. We just saying that particular that trash in particular.
I'm gonna say this:
We gonna
Undead
stop.
Unluck. It's like it's some kind of like
It's trash
sus
too.
elements.
Nah.
No,
Undead
Mike.
Unluck,
No,
I wouldn't
no,
consider that
Mike.
trash.
I'm saying it has some trashiness to it, but it's not trash.
There's a
It's
difference
different.
between trashy and trash. That's why I say trash anime gotta go. Trashy, you can be trashy from time to time. But
I hear that.
this episode,
I feel
well,
that.
see, I can't talk about the newest episode because Ninja's still here. So, like, we'll say that for later. But
Yeah,
this,
I mean,
here's one that won't be spoiled. At least I don't think. Because Ninja, do you watch Spy Family? Do you watch Family?
I do, but I have not started this
Oh.
newest season.
Snap. Okay.
I'm on
But
season
it's
one.
okay. I'm about to hit the Irish goodbye, but it's not really an Irish goodbye because I'm announcing it.
All right, Ninja. Love
All
all
right,
y'all.
yep.
Peace.
Y'all next time.
Peace.
All right, peace.
All right, so check it. Spy Family, y'all. I'm gonna say something real quick to my folks out there watching, producing Spy Family. Yo, man, I'm waiting for that English dub. Why y'all taking so long, man? Why y'all taking so long for that English dub?
Mike, go
You know
on
what I'm saying?
bro. Quit torturing yourself, bro. Cause
Look,
y'all look, like, nah. Cause y'all see, y'all do this to me, and y'all know damn well which ones I'm watching.
cool.
I'm going to spoil very soon. Watch.
Cool.
Y'all better
I'll-
get on that sub very soon.
Don't forget, it's a family show. But with
All
that
right.
said, you can spoil it. I'm fine. I just don't want to watch the sub.
Fine.
Like,
I'm just
I
saying,
turned
long
it
as you
on.
move
I don't
on.
like the voices, so I'm not watching it.
Fair enough. Long as y'all hold it against me.
Like,
I-
bro, we know you gonna spoil stuff anyway.
Oh,
That's how
hey,
you
don't do. Oh, wow.
That's how. That's
No,
how
no,
you
no.
do. He
Don't
just
you
spoiled.
do you like that?
Punch me in the gut.
Everybody
Oh.
can do everybody can do a review. You the other one got the spoil.
Shout out.
Spoil
That's
Master
your,
Flex.
that's your
Shout-
superpower.
Shout out to these gentlemen for the shade they threw on the Laserhawk episode. Go
Did not
listen
throw
to it.
shade.
It was a beautiful review. A great review. A shady review. But anyway, back to
Was it shady? What, Mark? What did
I
you
mean,
say that
hey
was
man,
shady?
we
I
had triple digit sun, man. We needed to have a little shadiness out here.
Anyway, back to Spy Family, man.
Anyway, Spy Family is awesome. First two episodes are amazing. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to Bondman doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to Anya. You know, man, look, I can't love this family no more. I really do enjoy my time watching this show. Even Baby Dez. Baby Dez just want his daddy to love him, that's all. You know what I'm saying? He just want his daddy.
I don't know where that's going to end up with Lloyd. When Lloyd get his hands on him.
Oh yeah, that's true. But I mean, Baby Daz, he gonna be all right, man. He gonna make it through no matter what. He's a formidable young chap.
So you watched the episode where it was kind of like where they was kind of weaving in and out of the stories, multiple stories.
I saw the first two. So the first episode is Follow Mama and Papa. So that's Anya following them when they on they just regular date. But Yor got shot in the booty. So
Yor
like
is a superwoman. I mean, even though she gave off, it was funny because Lloyd don't know why she was tripping like that. But the fact that she can just get shot in the butt and still like endure it to a point where she's not like on the ground dying. Man,
homegirl didn't even go to the hospital, son.
I mean, she probably can't really. Well, she be treating herself though.
Well, yeah, I guess he just did some field medic stuff. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like, I don't know, stitch yourself up, use some super glue or something. I don't know.
And I guess
That's crazy. Whoever would do such a thing? Ha 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 ha.
I mean,
Mark, don't look. I don't want to hear no story about you getting shot. I don't.
Not shot.
All
I
right,
know you got
word.
I know you got hit by a truck. You got
What?
Stabbed. And
Hit by
stabbed.
a truck.
or
Yeah.
Like you was
Boy.
like standing and a truck came and hit you.
Before it hit me and my friend and his wife.
What?
And
Yo,
I tried to push them out of the way, but all I did was actually push them and kind of into the way, so it hit all three of us.
this could have been the
Yeah.
start of an isekai. Marco's son.
Mark would have came back as a Ford F-150.
For back as a, well, actually, you know how they do it in Japan. For some reason, you get killed by a truck. You don't get truck powers. They just knock you into another realm. But if you get killed by a vending machine, you become a vending machine. I don't know how that works.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
But I just want to say, yo man, hurry up that dub, man. Hurry up that dub. Just
Well,
speed it up. I love the show. I'm enjoying it. It's super fun. Hurry up that dub, man. Speed the dub up.
well, since
Speed
you
it up.
watched the episode with like the different stories in this, and that episode was touching. Like, as goofy, it's something to when a show can use every single person and make
Mhm.
you care about them. Like when Desmond was studying so much, he was like, "Man, I can't go play." Yada yada. His little, you don't really think about his little doofy friends because they just there for whatever. But it just showed that they have enough like character and heart to be like, "Hey man, you our homie. We gonna stay with you." Like when they went to the principal office, they was like, "I'm wearing." The one who was dressed up like I guess a little thug. He was like, I got my hair done this way." The other one was just, I don't know, spinning about. And it's like, I love the headmaster so much because he saw, he was like, "I gotta punish y'all. I appreciate what you're doing, but you being stupid. Just stay here, all right?" And but the headmaster is also such a good man, as you know from like season 1, when he shout out to the headmaster for dropping that boy who was hating on the Lloyds, on the Forgers in season 1. Like he dropped him. So but he was like, hey, you're gonna go help the military guy go forage and do some research. And it turned out to be like a real nice camping trip. Like when we say like, non-action anime per se, that's high quality of a way to do it, with humor, with heart, with something as just seemingly whatever as a camping trip, but to know the characters and to know what Desmond is going through. And even though this military man might be somebody who might, I don't know, pop up later and be like, "I'm gonna kill Lord Forger," because he's not probably a good person, but he's a good person.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
with the scars on his face, I don't think he a good person.
Like he done put some work in.
Yeah,
Like-
those scars don't come for free. You know,
Just
what I'm
like
saying?
old boy from Naruto who had the scars on his head. Well, you should see the other guys. You know what I'm saying? That saw him. They not with us no more. But so he got scars. He's battle tested, but he's such a nice guy to these children.
He took them in their little canoe. They thought they was drowning. It's like, bruh, like the water. It's like, just stand up.
And not to be just like a big softy, but there was just something so touching about that whole episode. And in fact, it was like they was just cooking on 100 with the animation when they did like the little extra bonuses and the other stuff. I don't know if that was 2 or 3, but they was just like little animaics, like they did or however you say maniacs or something that they didn't do all the way, but it was like colored and still kind of like a paper type almost style and not all the way done. Just little doodles, but it was still like jokes, 4 comma or like Sunday morning comic jokes.
Nice.
So it was
See,
like they do
If they would hurry up, I could enjoy that stuff.
like, man, to say that just like Spy Family can do it all. And
It
then,
really can.
like, it literally can just, it has no, when it
Because we've
attempts
seen them
something-
do fight scenes.
I mean, they can do all. They can do like you know, for the action junkies, you know.
We've even seen them do the most crazy tennis matches.
I
Like
mean,
they got this on lock.
I mean, that's just a gag, but it's funny. It's still funny as hell. And
Well,
it's
I
just,
mean, it was a gag, but at the same time, for a second, like that tennis match got mad sweet.
I
I was like,
mean,
hold up, are we watching like the Great Ninja War? Like, I'm like, y'all animation got real dope for like 2 seconds.
I mean, also that was also at the end of the season, close to it. So you know
True.
that, but you know what I'm saying. People who manage their animation budget, it was like, all right, we're gonna have them doing a lot of twists and turns. They playing tennis, save the money for the tennis. So
You
it
know what I'm saying?
was,
Say that money for the flippy dudes at the
you
end.
know, so it was pretty good. But yeah, but just to be able to write, like I say, even I know you don't like the Japanese voices for this one, but the heart still comes through. It
Word up, word up.
shines through. And that's why it's like it took a second for me to just like yourself. And I know you may not ever try the Japanese voices. I just couldn't.
No, I mean I tried them. That's how I know I don't
Okay,
like
oh,
them.
fair enough.
I tried.
But I just I like to
I listened to the episode for like 5 minutes. I was like, I can't do this. This isn't Anya. This isn't Lloyd. Like, what am I doing? I was like, let me turn this off.
but they have now won me over because I can't miss it. I don't. It's a show I just don't miss. I do like the English voices though, but
Coop,
I think
as a half taco, he really is like into the
That man
Japanese
said half
voices.
taco though.
it's like I didn't choose to be a part of it. I just can't
Hey,
wait.
hey, but he's stuck now.
I'm stuck.
Them
I'm
Japanese
stuck now.
voices got a chokehold though. Coop.
Your and Anya Japanese voice really won me over, but I like Lloyd because Lloyd's Japanese voice, he sounds so stressed. Oh, he
It's
be
funny,
so stressed, man.
Because he sounds like
oh,
they're trying to have an American speaking Japanese. It's just funny.
I don't know. It's just something about Lloyd's voice, either in American or Japanese. The stress levels for this man, Lloyd need a break.
He
man.
going
Lloyd,
through it, man. He
Lloyd
got
got
a lot to
issues.
he got a lot to
Yeah,
handle, a lot to
Lloyd,
juggle.
Lloyd is so serious. It's
Well, he
like
has
chill
to
out,
be.
bro.
He have to be serious, but the good thing though, in the process of this weird long mission that only he can possibly do in his agency, he's becoming a better person, or he's
Mhm.
becoming a more, I would say, a complete person. Because Lloyd is probably the little bit that you glimpse from when they show him as a child, like for a second or two. I mean, he was on a war-torn battlefield, like probably looking up like everything's gone. So he ain't really been a complete person. You know what I'm saying? He's been a product of war, and he just became an elite spy. I don't even know if we ever going to know his real name by the end of this show, and you may just not know it. He's Twilight,
Yeah.
aka Lord Forger. So but to see him realize bits and pieces where he's like, you know, this is cool.
It's kind of like he's becoming Lloyd Forger though.
he is like he's becoming Lloyd Forger. And he's probably excellent at being a therapist because he kind of can do everything that he needs to do, and he's kind of like a genius to some degree. But,
Yeah, I say that.
So I'm interested to where this goes, but I don't mind the diversions from the main story because I think this anime is gonna be around for a few more years, so there's no
Yeah.
rush. And also, it's just, but they set it up where it is such a hard task. Like they set the rules that you only gonna see Damien probably once a year at that school. So to get to him some other type of way, it takes a lot of work, and Lloyd just can't run through that. So I guess it's kind of like playing a Mario Brothers game where you gonna have to go through all the castles, you got to get some key points, and you got to jump to the higher platform.
And,
you gonna
and
find
it's like
a wind-
playing one of the Batman Arkham games. Like you go have the side quests to be able to finish
Yeah.
the game.
You got to do a couple of the realest quests to get through it, even though you ain't got to do all of them. There's at least 3 of them you got to do.
Dang.
So,
Well, I'll throw it I'll throw it over to Mark Dub then. Mark Dub, what you been watching? You know what I'm saying? What you been watching in these streets?
Man, so I got on with Undead Unluck because I was a little disappointed with the way 100 Girlfriends was going. like Hoop said, I'm gonna watch, but I like, yo, Japan, fall back on the Lolly stuff and we can review your stuff. Like it's weird. It's weird. Fall back.
We're gonna fall back. But you probably should start your rap show thing, because I ain't really good on 100 Girlfriends again. I'm sorry, I ain't want to jump. I'm just reiterating again if anybody listening.
Well, I'm enjoying. Like I said, though, there is a little perviness in in Undead Unluck, but it also has a charm.
You ain't never lied on that. Because in this newest episode, man, I'm gonna give it to my boy Andy. Andy, even though he's had a troublesome past, a tumultuous past with this young lady that is literally trying to take him out, trying to end his life.
She ain't young.
Well, I mean, you know, if we don't say she young, she gonna attack us, so we gotta say she young.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Like, I was tripping like on the first episode where he's like, dang. So if I get close, the closer I get, the more unluck I get. And he just go in Copperfield. He's so casual about it.
Yeah.
I guess when you've died so many times and when you've like lived so long, you're just like, hey man, look, I want to die. Just
you don't know no boundaries. Yeah, he's just like, I gotta get it over with.
Yeah, it's like, I want to get it over. I'm trying to see if I can like die for real. Like, just touch me. Oh, you kiss me? Cool, kiss me. Just give me a big hug. Just hurry up. So, but then he said, you know, I don't take it. You know what I'm saying? I want to win her over. But with that same style, old girl was dying at the end. He held her in his arms. He had to do that. He held her in his arms, and she was like, "I'm wrinkly, baby."
Clearly spoiling on this one. Can I now jump?
Oh, I'm using my jutsu. I'm going na 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 na.
So since
I didn't hear anything,
I don't be like, it's just me. So
well, I thought we were all caught up on Undead Unluck. AKA you too.
But don't worry, Mike.
Oh, never mind. I won't say that.
I'm Gucci boots. Keep it moving.
See, I figure everybody's all caught up. All right, my bad. All right. But I'll just say this. He let this person know, hey man, look, I love you for you. You know what I'm saying? You special to me. A few wrinkles aren't gonna change how beautiful you are. I was like, oh snap.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that was dope.
Oh, he Music Soul Child.
Man, yo, he said don't change.
He ain't that smooth, but he was close. He was like, you dummy. You think some rent? Like, just imagine how Andy said. Andy just be like, he got gusto. He said, like, look here. You still beautiful, baby. Ain't no wrinkles gonna change that. Come here. It pretty much, he's like that all the time. But I appreciate that character. You know, as crazy as the Negators are, you know, you have this weird life that Andy ain't like, you know, some of the idiot protagonists who just don't know what love in a woman is or whatever relationship or something for some reason. He actually like, hey man, I get it. Like, it's rough out here. But he would, you know, before the love, I love what he also says. Like, man, look, just cause you older and things drooping, he said, I don't mind if some butt droop. If what he said,
let it droop.
Let it droop. He was
like, man, look, all I'm saying, look,
like, I like
Father Time ain't got nothing on you, girl.
I'm
no matter where your body be at, alright? I'ma love that body. That's what he
like,
said.
She be caking on makeup to cover up. I'm like, now of course he probably was just messing with her while they fight. But man, I love Andy's battle ingenuity. It just smarts. Like, he can't he can't solve a problem, but he can figure out, analyze it with his gushy blood. And he just,
you know what? Andy is very much like Nikola Jokic. He just knows how to get the most out of his body.
Yes, it's just that, you know, Nikola Jokic.
It's also gross how he uses it.
Yeah, it's gross. He has a gross run. I don't know what it is about Nikola Jokic. I just be like, man, he look like me, but why he look like me, but why does he look like he in more pain? Like he's 7 feet. Like I don't understand it. I don't understand. But Andy,
all I know is Andy is he's quickly growing into one of the characters. And I'm like, yo, you know what? He alright.
You know what?
Yeah.
This person tortured him, but they had a relationship, and he said, look, straight up, look, don't change, girl. I'll love you when your hair turns gray. I'll love you if you even gain a little weight. You know what I'm saying? The way I feel for you, always be the same. You know what I'm saying? Just as long as your love don't change, girl.
And he named, and the powers is named Unchanged. I like the unness to everything.
Yeah, I thought that was cool too.
Like Unchanged.
So as long as your love don't change, girl. Cause he could have just been like, haha, I won, be out.
So Mike,
but he held her in those last moments, was like, come here, girl.
So Mark, this is how her powers work. I'll make it simple. Her Marvel comps is like Invisible Woman. Her powers, she can make invisible barriers, shields. She can do telepathic stuff with it, like, because I think the Invisible Woman can, in reality, put a barrier in your brain and kill you, right? If she wanted to, couldn't she?
I think essentially she could.
Yeah, when she was Malice, that was something. I don't know if she ever did it to anyone, but she certainly threatened someone. Like, or I could put a bubble inside your brain and expand it slowly.
Yeah, the fact that she knows it and she knows she can do it is like, oh my god, that is absolutely horrifying. So she's not probably, animated is always a hitch. In fact, but she did put the shield to, like, she ripped off Andy's face. And she ripped off his face and lips and tried to kiss it. And was making it float to him, and he was like,
that was hilarious.
And I mean, if I'm unluck, of course, she's like, this is disgusting. Like, oh my god. She's like, you all right? And like, don't worry about that. Don't worry about me. I'm straight, baby. It's gonna go right back.
You know how I do.
I'm good.
Literally.
I'm good. I mean, she floated lips over. I'm like, oh, god.
Cause she was like, look, we got one seat. We don't need this girl.
She's like, she ain't gonna make it. But I also like the joke, good old Japan with its pervertness. Andy was like, hey, how much surface area can we need to charge this unluck up? He's like, all right.
Yo, homie, now, yeah, they did do a part, because at first I was like, yo, man, he's keeping her protected. She's hanging on, but like on some Yoda stuff. But then he told homegirl around and straight, he dope. He's about to dive in.
She was like, don't talk to me. You got a mouthful of that.
Bruh, homie straight dove, like straight up. That's all I say. He just dove in. I was like, because I was like, good God. I was like, come on, y'all. See, that's what I mean by trashy. You know what I'm saying? When they did that, I literally said out loud, I was like, come on, y'all. Y'all come on. Now, you don't need
that. Made me laugh.
But I thought it was funny, though.
Because it's just,
first
like,
of all, was deep in them joints.
And to be honest, they made sure to animate real good right there for a second. I'm like, well, they got the top angle all rolling. Andy's like, you just see his mouth like, oh man.
That was hilarious.
But eventually, I guess I think what's gonna happen, because clearly they're gonna get the spots. I mean, we all know they're gonna make it to the Union. Like,
because we've already seen like the pictures before the show came out, so we know they're gonna get the spots.
Like, she's gonna have uniform. They're gonna have uniforms, even though of course Andy's gonna explode his uniform off several times because he got to.
Man, but, all he need, like Mark Dub said, all he needs is a little washcloth. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
They draw the imaginary washcloth for him.
It's like a 3M
because technically
washcloth.
for them, he's straight butt naked. For us, we see the little piece of paper.
It's just like, good lord, so this dude here
but he just be out there living though, because that joint just be swinging. He just be like, yo, no protection for it. Just be like, yo, all right.
I mean,
don't need to protect them things. Just let it roll. You know what I'm saying?
It must be a freeing and a numbing feeling that you know what parts of your body would it feel like to have excruciating pain or completely chopped off that you can just bear it. That is kind of crazy. It's like, yeah, I can just land here, 3-point, like 5-point landing. It's like, I am back. Even though that
He's like, I'm good. I'm be alright.
That's the only thing so far that seemed to have thrown him off. Where it looked like he was just like, I still can't quite get used to this, but I do it. But it's like he threw him off for a second. But
yeah,
man,
he definitely didn't like it too much, but he got to it. He got to it.
The animation in this episode, it was just an intense episode, man, from the beginning. I know this had to be, I was like, this is definitely a Mike episode. They ain't had no talking or girls like, all right, we about to fight.
But I mean, they had the talking they needed though. You know what I'm saying? He said, "Yo, man, don't worry about them wrinkles, girl." You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's all about. You grab your loved one close, look them in their eyes, let them know, ain't no need to be insecure around me. You mine and not yours.
This anime, like, I kind of wanted her to live, but it's like, I guess she do gotta go because she need that seat. But it's like, you know what? If you're gonna make us care about a character over a 2-episode span like this, and you can keep this up, I'm cool. You know, shout out again to Laserhawk. What they did in 6 episodes is just phenomenal. You know, rest in peace, Jade. Because I was like, Jade,
that joint like, I did not expect that.
I was like, I hate Pagan so much. Like, nah, I need Pagan to be reborn and he die again. Like,
the way he died was straight hilarious though. He was like, "Baby, help!" He was like, "Bro, please."
I was like, "Man, give me this."
He was like, "Ain't nobody think about you."
Shout out to Alex for that. Now, actually, if you're gonna be ain't nothing, just user, that's how you do it. He was like,
he came back and was like, "Psych,
give me that key."
He was like, "Oh, what you thought I loved you too? You stupid too."
I was just
like, "Yo,
baby."
Hey, like they say, you lose them how you got them.
It was like, the person I love is trying to kill me. That's what I really love. You think I really love you? I love, and like, just shout out to Cat. Laserhawk was like, it's like, man, you slumming. Like, I know you got to do this thing, but for real though, he was like, for real.
He was like, you was with me.
Like, this man got me captured. I'm still not worried. Like, how bad of a person are you? Like, how cold is the person, the hero, where he's like, your future ex got me captured right here. I'm gonna just throw shade on this person right here in their face and talk to the current, to the ex. Like, really though? I was like, give me more Laserhawk. I'm sorry. Go listen to the review. I loved it. Just to give an example though, but just crazy anime like that, man. Just Undead got me. Like I said, it was easy to tell that this was gonna probably be the hit of the season in the traditional Japanese releases, barring minus the Netflix releases, that this was going to be the one or one of the ones. But
especially since I don't think we ever gonna see Zom 100 again, man. I think you can cancel Christmas on that.
I'm gonna read it to y'all. I don't care. I'm just reading one day. I'm just gonna get my.
Just gonna call us and read it.
I'm just gonna mention it on the show after I can read some more, because I don't know when we getting it, bro. I'm feeling better about it, but I'm still depressed about it.
We ain't never gonna see it. It's over,
bro. If it ain't released by Halloween, I don't know. It's like, cause it's a zombie show. This is the month.
This would be the perfect time to end the show and all that. Yeah, just
like, it's 3 episodes left in the season. Just 3. And if y'all,
it's coming,
bro, I don't know, bro. Like that thing started.
Hey, you know what, bro? We'll blame it on the strike. It messed everything up. It messed the timing of everything up.
No, that has nothing to do with the strike. This is the original.
I know. I just say we're just gonna blame it on that.
Yeah,
this is Japanese work-life culture problems. They need money, and they need about 10 more people probably working in that.
If they had a dude that was scheming and scamming to get the show done, it would have came out. See, that's what I tell you. See, sometimes you got to do some crime to get the show out.
First of all, again, look, man. Again, shout out to the dude for, I always mess up the name. How you say it?
Ufotable.
He is.
I was calling him ufightable, and I felt
Ufightable.
like I was like fightable.
This man
That's funny.
committed tax evasion to pay his people, supposedly. I say supposedly. We don't know exactly the whole truth, but that was the story.
Hey, that's the
To keep it
story.
rolling.
Yeah.
And I thank him for it because
Hey, he
Yo,
wasn't the
man.
only one saying it. They were saying it too. So
We need more. Yo, we need more like him, man. He a hero. He a hero in my eyes. Got the show done.
I
You know what I'm
bet
saying?
you. I bet you he got enough money now. I bet you if maybe the merch rights came in.
he a
maybe something
hero with
kicked
no
in.
lettuce.
This man,
Anyway,
this man gets stuff done.
all right, Coop. So what you watching right now? What you watching, Coop?
Yo, gotta get up on Berserk of Gluttony. Want to talk about it? Now, Mark, I'm gonna spoil it. I don't know if you caught up.
Oh no, I'm caught up on Berserk of Gluttony.
So you watched episode.
That's my
5.
joint, man.
So you got in the 5. So cool.
Yeah.
It finally happened. In fact, it was. I ain't gonna say it was a letdown, but I love the way it happened. Because again, I'm gonna call it bald. Because I don't like just saying Berserk. I don't like saying Berserk. It's too long. So bald. D-O-G. Berserk Gluttony. Y'all know what it is now. So Fate. Remember, Mike, what I was saying? Old boy was about to run into the knight that really was being a butt to him first.
Mhm.
I mean, like, just like, you ain't nothing. You disgust me, blah, blah, blah.
You ain't nothing.
Man, Fate is a good man. But I'm telling you, now that these powers are activated, and this, what's so cold is the sword just be sitting back laughing like, oh, you got this, Fate? He's like, well, let me give you some tips. So he scanned that knight. Now the knight, this is a holy knight. This is one of the he the youngest brother
Cream of the crop.
of one of the powerful families. When I say Fate wasn't impressed at all, he said, man, he scanned him up. Bruh, he didn't even need the sword.
Dang.
Fate was so gunned up. He took his hoodie off, he took the mask off, and he said, look at me. He like, it's you. He was like, yeah, it's me, Playboy. It's like, Fate, how you get this? It's like, don't worry about all that. It's like, you out here, you disgust me, you doing all these things. Fate literally took him by the head and rammed his head into several trees and
Dang.
pummeled him. And now they didn't show a lot of pummeling because again, they ain't blowing the budget yet. But you saw the first slam into the tree, and it was like, boom, it just bashed his face in. Made the
Dang.
man start saying, just spare me, oh please, I'm sorry. He's like, you know what Face said?
I'm all out of mercy.
Basically, Face said, oh, remember how you kicked me? And Fate, like, he got over himself, but he said, you disgust me, all the stuff you did, treat people like insects. And you say, spare you? Man, Fate had cut his arms off, his leg, he bashed all his body parts up. And he just looked, he said,
Dang.
and he's like, I ain't gonna kill you yet. I'm gonna get some information. Because he also ticked off because, the lady he loves, or who saved him, she's basically being sent on a death mission to where her dad died. So that part of the army and her people, her clan is going over there to fight this legendary dragon. So he now got to get over there. Like, they couldn't stop it. So he got to, like, go be support. And he's like, tell me all I need to know. And then the dude's still whining for his life. He was like, oh, a word? Man, Fate took the sword had already analyzed him. Like, before they started, he was like, look, bro, my sword he's like, I'm colder than his sword. He said, slash away. Literally, the sword said, slash away, partner. I got you. Bro, and before he killed him, bro, he tossed him up in there and he hit him, like, he blew his body parts off, and the sword was like, use this form. Bro, he turned into the meanest arrow dynamic blade,
Like
Even
laser
tackle
arrow.
sword?
Yeah.
oh, he made it hurt. And then he stabbed him. then he ended his life. And then you know what Fate? And Fate said, even with his powers, like his powers was reading what the stats he got. He was like, I don't even like that this punk's stats is in my body. And the sword was like, I'm pretty sure you don't like him, so just give him to me. He's like, good, because he disgusts me. I was like, God, I love Fate. Oh, Fate is up. And you talk about up at a level. Now of course he calmed down after he he kind of got wiped of that, but Fate also has to kind of keep that in mind. He's like, you seen it? Y'all seen the Toxic Avenger, right?
Yeah.
I vaguely remember it, but yeah.
But basically, his powers would work where he couldn't stand evil. He had to eradicate it. Fate is kind of like that. He's like, oh, you evil. You're going to get evil. You're like evil. I'm gonna match your energy. Like, so that's two. So he already killed 3 people or 2.5. And so one was an accident at first, but it was out of duty to protect Lady Roxy. This one was straight up revenge and disgust. And
straight up dish best served cold, man.
Hey man, that's what it was about. But all that said, it goes now. You can the world is opening up a little bit. They're going to they got always an evil capital, so they got to go to the capital where a whole lot of stuff is happening. Fate meet some of his old friends. I think his dad died in the capital, so he don't like this city at all. Some other stuff is going on, and of course they getting ready to go attack this large dragon. So we're gonna see probably a larger scale battle or something set up with Roxy before they hook up together again, or all that stuff with she. But it's gonna be some more tragic stuff. So I think all the happy-go-lucky feelings are kind of done for a second. And
okay.
we'll have a lot more brawling is about to happen for sure. Because Fate, he got it.
Even though I don't watch it, I do like hearing that people are getting their comeuppance. You know what I'm saying? I do like to hear that.
He did not pick the Naruto route.
That's right. Look,
he did not pick.
It's
Goku
cool
route.
that, you know what I'm saying, you be turning people into your friends, but sometimes you just gotta take them out, man.
Not pulling.
You gotta destroy evil.
He was not doing no Goku garbage and be like, oh, just test your power. No, you dying. Like, get out of here.
Goku, like, it's a trip because Goku just be like, oh, word, cool, you can fight. All right, let me see. Like, dude.
But then he don't kill nobody.
Dude, just
Goku be like, come over
he
here
just
and
beats
fight me.
you
I'm
into
trying to see
submission
something.
and then be like, all right, man, take it easy. You be like, hold up. So that's it? Be like, yeah, man, stay real.
Yeah.
Like,
And you know what almost happened in that?
like
in
you be
return
crippled up in the hospital. He'd be like, all right, man, take it easy.
And you know when he pulled that crap? Vegeta had to save him that time when they.
Oh,
they had to,
yeah, when Whis had to take him back in time.
Bruh, I was like, Goku, you idiot. Like, of course he would just slap the. Frieza always points to the ground and just blow it up because he petty. He was like, all right, I beat you. Man, Frieza like, we all dying.
Because
Frieza's
Frieza's like, I can breathe in the vacuum of space. You can't. So,
Frieza like, boy, this boy's stupid. Like, God dang it, boy. Like, come on, I like Earth. This is where all the food come from.
Yeah, because Whis took him back and was like, look, you keep giving people chances, man. You can't give people chances. All right? You can't do that. You gotta end the threat.
Yeah, man, like, think of your family for once, Goku. It's like, it's Frieza, man.
He's like, oh snap, hold up, I do have a family. No.
He's like, he's gonna stab you in the back, bro. He hates you. He call you monkeys. He's racist.
Like, just kill the dude, man. Just kill him.
Like, come on.
Well,
man.
actually, didn't they kill him? They killed him before, and then he came back. So
well, more like he killed himself. But again, but I love that when we rewind that thing, Vegeta's like, all right, nah, I owe you one, partner. Die.
Yeah.
So shout out to Vegeta. That's a win for Vegeta. I know he don't get many. He
be getting some wins, but it's like, of course, Toriyama be like, Goku is the guy. Like, but Vegeta be getting some wins out there. He be getting some wins out there.
Vegeta like, I have a family. Die, Frieza. So shout out to Fate, man. So I'm pleased with what I saw. That's what I wanted to see. I do wish it was a bigger battle, but I also don't mind when a scrub get rolled who deserves to get rolled.
Just wash him up real quick.
Bruh, he washed him up. If you don't watch anything else, I just want you to see that part where he didn't even use his sword. He's like, man, come here, give me your head. Ah!
You said it's episode 5?
Yeah, it's like episode 5, and it starts off with that. And he ran like, you know, he had some scrubs with him. That he ran them off. Fate didn't even kill them. He's like, he's just me and you, partner. And
He's like, I ain't thinking about you.
he wanted you to see who was about to kill you. He didn't try to hide his identity because he's like, only one of us coming back.
He said, "Yo, wash his face with the Mac. You know what I'm saying? Smoke them like steakums."
I'm just saying. Sometimes in these fantasy streets, sometimes people gotta go. They play with you.
You just gotta take them out, man. They gotta, you know, somebody got to die.
Justice, man. It don't make you bad because you first of all. That's why, look, I love Naruto. I love that series. But I can't stand in some Japanese shows where they be like, well, if you do what the bad guy do, you just as bad. Bruh, what's his name? Orochimaru done like literally stole generations of people and body snatched them. Go ahead, throw rape in there. Because, I mean, he's taking your body over and your soul is gone. So, you know, and he's a thief, murderer, and a body snatcher. You can kill the guy, okay? It's okay. It's okay to take him out.
All right, so I'm peeping the episode now. All right, see, I can tell y'all. I can tell y'all already, y'all scrubs. See, here's the deal: when somebody wearing a hood and they lift their head a little bit, and you get that little red glow, bruh, just run. Just run.
And they go jump in like red shirts and be like, "We got this,
man."
Let's get some."
He ain't even killed him. That's how whacked it was. He was like, I ain't gonna kill y'all.
He didn't even swing his blade. He just punched him in the gut and like tap him. He was like, all right, get out of here.
Yo, man. And the dude that he's fighting, he looked corny. I mean, he got cool armor, but he looked kind of cheesy.
Man.
Like, yeah, look, his legs is wiggling. Man, I don't trust. Man, we off that. He done.
And this was the man that was kicking him down like a dog in the first time you meet Fate.
Nah, man. We don't do none of that. But all right, so what else you got rolling?
Basically, like, this is Unluck Spy Family that I am going to jump back heavy into Scissor 7. I know, a little weird for everybody, but I like it. It's like season.
Well, I mean, it's not weird for everybody. People like that show.
Like, I like this show. It's now got to the serious part of it. It's kind of a joke. It's like, I mean, it started off joke. It's a bunch of weird assassins and different stuff. You got a hairdresser who's actually a top-notch level assassin who has amnesia, but his blade is pretty much like, it's like a telepathic blade that can explode into 1,000 pieces. Like the first fight back, I forgot almost what happened. It's been so long. They didn't do no recap. They jumped right into the fight from last season. And oh boy wasn't even talking. Like the hero didn't even talk. He just murdered this guy. He's like, and it was brutal. And you just saw it all from the bad guy's point of view of what he was doing. And you got all his introspective. It was very artistic. Sometimes Scissor 7, when they don't do the gags, it becomes like almost watercolor-esque. When they want to be serious and whatnot. So I'm gonna I'm gonna finish Scissor 7. I'm a fan of it, and it's like episodes are short. Episodes are only like 15 minutes per episode. Then they'll do like some weird introspective like art piece at the end, on depending on whose point of view it needs to be. But it changes. Like, it's very artistic. Like, it's something that just stands out in a way. Again, Netflix, man, they know how they ain't. Netflix is not getting nothing that looks the same of nothing else. Everything they try to get is like through stuff that stand out. Like Scissors, like the way they marketed Scissor 7 when it first came out was just very quirky, whatever. For some reason, they didn't even market it this season. They just dropped it. I don't know if now that could probably been something due to the strike. Because, you know, Netflix do have that English translation. I think for like the English translators, maybe that delayed it and they just didn't market it. I think it's still gonna get mentioned on Geek Week. Yeah, Geek Week is this weekend. I'm gonna, like, Netflix Geek Week, when it started, I was like, I'll just catch that on replay. I actually want to catch it as live as possible now. Geek Week is really come through. You know
You
what
know
Geek Week
Netflix?
for Netflix
You know what they
remind
doing?
me of? And then I'm gonna take y'all back, and y'all of age, y'all remember this. Remember when the Saturday morning cartoons would have like a Friday night preview of what's to come with like stars on different shows, and they'll be talking about the cartoons that's coming.
Oh, word?
That's
Nah, I never saw that.
really
For
that
real?
like you never saw where they'll have like say Boy Meets World, the cast of Boy Meets World, or the cast of Family Matters actually do like the Saturday morning previews. Like
Nah,
it's an
that
old
was
TV
cool.
trick. Yeah, it's like it. I probably seen it a few times. It was like something they would always do, or TGI, but it was always with the cast, the shows of TGI Friday. Sometimes it'll be multiple casts, or sometimes they'll pick like what's the hottest show. In one year it'll be like Family Matters. One year it'll be like Boy Meets World, or sometimes they'll even like I think they did the dinosaurs had previewed a couple, or they'll rotate around. So they used to do that regularly, like for a few years running, when before the basically the FCC made it pretty much impossible to have like a Saturday morning cartoon show for various reasons for everything moved to cable. But yeah, so it'll be like they'll be like making jokes and just doing stuff, and then like it's the flow of the show, but then you see this show come out, and that's why I saw the preview for like stuff like Reboot or like Cowboys of Moo Mesa, and that was like a way like a upfront or something, if you will, like a comic book preview,
Hmm.
but done in the show format, and it will be on like on the show block. So yeah, that's just what like Geek Week reminds me, like going back into that, because IGN they do the different stuff and different video game shows and stuff, but they kind of IGN it too much, where they just talking and they don't be showing. And it's like then they'll like pull some stuff out. They live shows are kind of weak sauce. Like that's why I can't watch it live when it's just them doing that. And the brother with the slick, curly Jerry
Oh
curl.
boy, don't.
Yeah,
You know what?
I like,
I ain't gonna shade. I ain't gonna shade IGN. I'm gonna let him live. I'm gonna let him live.
but the live is like I gotta do partially live, then go back. Geek Week though, whatever they do live, they gonna show you because they are showing Netflix stuff.
Yeah.
So you'll get actual trailers, actual talking, and even them talking about with Netflix gaming and stuff. So if it's weird to think of Netflix as this IP thing that's like, how you expect that stuff from type of like Disney. But it's like, oh, Netflix can do something like this, and it's kind of cooler because it's skewing to a more mature crowd, and they got the tone right. It's like, oh, we have a lot of fandom stuff, we have a lot of geeky stuff, we have anime, we have gaming things, we have anime based on gaming things, we got Castlevania, we got different things. So it's like, oh, we can put more of this together. So Geek Week has becoming very stronger each time they do it, and I guarantee you're gonna hear a lot about Scott Pilgrim, Onimusha,
Probably so. Yeah.
and they probably gonna throw some love to Laserhawk. I hope Scissor 7 gets a little love, because I don't know if it's about the end, but it just felt like it got forgotten. I ain't forget you, Scissor 7 though. I'm gonna watch it. I was like, but I had to discover it that it was on. Like, goddamn, no, sorry, nobody even say put no commercial, no clip. Like, come on, man. Like this, y'all was just
Netflix be dropping trailers all the time too.
and they ain't dropped not one trailer for this season. So I'm happy I found out it's back, because sometimes I can go days without watching Netflix. I don't just go into it. I always read about stuff that says to go watch it. So sometimes I guess I need to peek my head in it more often, just be like turn it on, just be like, all right, what's new? But shout out to Netflix, man. Their system, they have gotten it more user friendly. They actually listen. Disney,
Yeah.
that other thing that's washed up as well. Max, that's like it's funny. As much problems as Disney have, Max always find a way to be worse. It's just like, come on, man, y'all just at the rate. Y'all just
Oh boy.
trash
You
rate
know what?
variable.
Look, we ain't gonna beat up on them, man.
I
We ain't
know,
gonna beat
man.
up on that. I got
Shout out
some
to them.
picks. I got some picks.
Go
Even
ahead.
though, you know what? I'm gonna give some love to Netflix once again. They brought out Pluto. All right. Now, Pluto, if you don't know, it's a give you a quick rundown, it's a detective story set in the world of Astro Boy. All right, and there's some serial killing going down, and of course we're following the guy that's trying to figure it out. So that's your kind of like basic thing. But I remember when I saw the trailer, I was like, okay, all right, Netflix, all right, I see y'all doing some things. Let's see what you got. I didn't know they were dropping the whole season, so I didn't watch the whole season because I was like, you know what,
Wait.
this looks good. I'm not going to watch the whole thing at once. I'm going to watch it week to week because this looks good. Like from the trailer, I remember seeing the trailer and be like, you know what? This one might be all right.
So you
watched
say
the first
it's
episode.
so good you don't want to binge it?
Nah, I don't want to binge it. And I want to check it week to week because since we do the weekly show anyway, and I've watched the first episode. I like Pluto. I do. I like the kind of course, the futuristic cop, figuring out stuff. Of course, we're in the Astro Boy world, so there's tons of robots. There's robots that look like robots, and there's robots that look straight up human, like you didn't know until they say that was a robot. So you have that going on, and of course, there's an investigation about these robots that are being killed, and they believe that a robot is doing the killing. And they're like, okay, well, of course, like robots ain't supposed to be killing nobody. They ain't supposed to be able to kill. Like, it shouldn't be possible for a robot to do this. So we get a lot of kind of like Blade Runner-ish,
Blade Runner,
like Ghost in the Shell-ish kind of feel.
Kind of like the Philip or the K. What's his name? The author,
Philip K. Dick.
Philip K. Dick rules to robotics or something.
Yeah, the with the 3 laws. So. Yeah, it's very well done, and the first episode is kind of like a movie, which I really enjoy when they do first episode sort of movies. And we get to see a beautiful relationship between a robot and, I guess, assuming his master, I guess. And then of course on the other side we get to see this cop in Gazette that we follow, or I think it's Gazette, that's how you pronounce it, but we follow him trying to figure out this this murder, these murders, and it's well voice acted, it's well animated, the action is cool, and we actually get some good interpersonal scenes that make you feel for a character. And then unfortunately they be taking them characters, bruh. Like, you're gonna be like, oh man, I like this is really cool, man, I like where this is going. Yeah, they ain't coming back. So
it's definitely the ones you like.
Man, but I do like the show. I do like it, and I'm ready for more. So I'm gonna watch that week to week. I'm gonna watch a new one every week. So a new episode every week, because Pluto, I'm here for that one. I think it's a solid show. Like, the first episode is like almost an hour, so I think it's a solid show for real. Let's see what else. Oh, go ahead.
So I'm gonna put it on my list.
Yeah, man, I was impressed. And actually, this is something, when you watch it, you'll probably be surprised, because this isn't something that is like super duper fast paced. But of course, it has that cop aspect to it. So I'm like, all right, what I'm saying, let's go and get let's solve the case. But I want to throw some love to HBO Max. Scavenger's Reign has piqued my interest.
Okay.
They have like 6 or 8 episodes out. They got a lot of episodes out. I'm gonna watch that week to week too. But Scavenger's Reign, these people, of course, if you saw the trailer, they're like, jettisoned and like marooned on a planet. They're trying to figure out how to, if they can even get their way back. But this planet is crazy weird.
I'm not gonna lie.
Just watching the show is like visually interesting. Like, all of the creatures and the animals and it's cool. You're following like 4 survivors, but there's more, but that's like later on. But I just love looking at this. Like, I could put this show on like a large screen and just let it play all day, because of like how cool all of these creatures and stuff look and how it's colored. It's awesome.
If this was an art gallery and you turn the sound off on, could you just play it in the background on the screen?
Yeah, because it's very beautiful. And then when you add in this the voice acting from there's all right, so there's two people that are together, then there's a person and a robot that's together, and then there's one guy that's all by himself. And the voice acting, the grunts, the sighs, the frustration, trying to figure out how to get off the planet or at least contact someone from there, like I don't know, just I don't know, Federation. I know it's not Star Trek, but I'm just, whoever the people they work for, they really do have this kind of like idea of desperation, and they've been down there for a minute because one character says he said he was joking with his this guy named Sam and Ursula. They're together, and he said, "Hey, do you think we can charge them overtime for these past couple months since we've been down here?" And she starts laughing. So I'm like, they've been on this random planet that's weird as all get out. It's not like, hey, we land on a planet that we know. It's not weird animals and creatures. Everything's weird. You'll see something, you'll be like, oh, this is a plant, and it'll just morph into something and like just walk off. It'll be like, what? But it's visually like unique and interesting. Like I love looking at it. But you see these people that are a couple months in, and the things they have to do to survive is very cool. I mean, very dangerous, but also very cool. So I think I'm gonna stick around with Scavenger's Reign too. Like I'm digging that one. Like just seeing Ozzy, who is the black woman, and Levi, which is her robot. There's dangers out there. So I mean, just the stress and strife they got to go through. There's like these weird like gases and stuff that you can end up inhaling and tripping on. The planet is called Vesta. It's a weird planet, but in one of the coolest ways though. Like just to look at the way this is colored and animated, man. It's Scavenger's Reign is way better than I think the trailer shows.
I was gonna say, because the trailer led me to believe it's very depressing. Like it looked visually.
Oh yeah, it can be
because
you see these people continually trying to like make it, and they ain't making it.
Sound like they ain't gonna make it.
Now I will say,
like
watching the first episode, I don't think these people are gonna get off this planet.
Yeah, it just sounds like they stuck in space hell.
And the funny thing is, their main I guess Federation or whatever, they know their ship is missing. They just don't know where it is because all of their like I don't know, like GPS, galactic GPS coordinates or whatever have been like knocked offline and everything.
It sounds
so
like
people know that they're missing. They just don't know where they are.
Sounds like they have less chance of survival than the people of Hell's Paradise.
Bruh, it's a dangerous planet, but it's also so weird in a good way. So yeah, I like watching that. Scavenger's Reign first episode got me. Pluto's first episode got me. But I gotta throw it to a little bit of action, and I got a surprise in here for you. So first off, hit Jujutsu Kaisen. All right, that'll be my second to last. Jujutsu Kaisen, bruh. Look, shouts out to Fushiguro. All right, I want to give it to, because you know what, Fushiguro, he don't really get his props. We like, yo, Gojo or Yuji. We don't really talk about Fushiguro like that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give him his props. He comes through in a very, very heroic way. And I ain't going, well, hold up. Neither of you are watching Jujutsu Kaisen, right?
I will. I'm just behind. Trying all the other new stuff. I'm about to firmly come back to Jujutsu Kaisen because you notice I ain't mentioned that about Under Ninja. I haven't come back to that. Probably won't.
Yeah,
so, I might try one more just to report in, but
yeah, that it ain't look that good. But yeah, in this one, Mei does a fake sacrifice play and it kills one of the demons. Like, man, her outsmarting skills, she made him look dumb in the end, bruh. Like, he was like, oh yeah, I killed your friend. She was like, boy, please. So that was sweet. And then seeing Kento and Naobito and I can't remember the girl's name fighting against one character. That's who Fushiguro comes in after. And once again, even though this isn't like really a martial arts anime, bruh, the hand to hand in Jujutsu Kaisen is like top notch.
I consider it a martial. To me, I know it's not like the sport or like just like the old stuff, but
Yeah, like I would consider like Baki is something I would consider
yeah.
like a martial arts anime, or
Yeah,
King of
okay.
Ashura, or
'Cause, yeah, that's the sport of martial arts, but yeah, it's close. It's
yeah,
so
it's man,
close.
their hand to hand is crazy. So yeah, just Jujutsu Kaisen. The only thing I have to report is they're still top notch. There's still tons of fighting going on, and they haven't missed a beat. Like they, all of their characters are interesting, and all of the villains are interesting. So even though we're not with Gojo, or even though we're not with Yuji, it's still interesting to watch the
It's
battles.
probably good that they realize that it's good for them to be an ensemble cast for a good bulk of a season. Now maybe later on it stopped being ensemble because probably some people gonna die. It disappeared, but I think that's dope for them to like, all right, let's focus on the cast as a whole to expand this out and to add more touch to it. I think that's smart. That's kind of like what Spy Family does as well. That Spy Family literally can do segments of his show that you don't see Lloyd, you don't see Anna, you don't see the family. You just be like on a spy mission or a thing with yours brother, and it fleshes out the world more to bring you back to be like, oh yeah, the danger of that. This is like McCarthyism. You know, if the people tell on you, the spy police, they might just round you up and you disappear. So yeah, just having that flesh out with everybody else what they're doing in the set of world, I like that. I like when people can do that. And yeah, just have you if you got a ensemble cast. And Mike, I'm not trying to pick on Dragon Ball, but I couldn't stand just like everybody just all right, we get it. They not important. Toriyama just let them they just be in street clothes and the world blowing up. They be like, well, I guess Goku got it. Like, go put on your
Yo,
gi and fight, man.
Toriyama, the way Toriyama writes stories is like this. Remember that episode of Fresh Prince when he said, "Get a bottle, well"? That's how that's how Toriyama writes stories. He'd be like, "Get a
The,
bottle, Goku."
the only
Be like,
person
"Yo,
you
man." Be like, "What do you do if you're open?" I don't know. Take the shot. No, give the ball to Goku. It's
the
like,
only two Z fighters that get some love to come back. Of course, Krillin is gonna be there. He gonna do so much. Sometimes Tien for some reason, because he did pop up in the movies and you know. But it's like really it's Krillin and Master Roshi. Everybody else like he trained these other dudes and they can't
honestly,
do that.
I don't even. Well, I mean, because you're changed the threat. Like you're not dealing with human threats anymore. You're dealing with like straight intergalactic people. But I would like to see some more light shared between Vegeta, Piccolo, Gohan. I've never been a Super Trunks fan. I know people gonna jump on me on this. It man, it's the cut, man. He need to hit a barber, bro. It's the cut. It's always been stupid. I've always hated that cut, man. I don't, the denim jacket was alright because it was the '90s, but like, bro, that
You
cut,
know
man, that
good and
cut be
well.
killing me. And then also he don't do nothing with the sword. It's just for show. Like he ain't really been sweet since like he came back and stopped Frieza. Like,
You know,
bruh, just
Toriyama grew up with them bowl cuts, man. It's his
man,
bread and butter,
Toriyama
bro.
gonna bowl cut you, bruh.
Hey, and that's
Toriyama, he gonna give you that. Just he just gonna put that
give you
dog
that,
bowl on your head, twist you around in the chair, and tell you to send you home.
then put a bow tie on you, call you Sunny Boy with a big oversized jacket with boy shorts. Like, you know.
But yeah, it. I would like to see. Well, I will say this: it does seem like with ever since Super, he's been trying to spread out the love a little bit more. Because it would be cool to see. I mean, in my opinion, now of course I know I don't run Dragon Ball, so I mean, Toriyama would be like, "This mine," but I think it'd be cool if everybody was like on par to a certain level, So then you could have some stuff where they have their own solo missions, which I think they tried to do with Dragon Ball Superhero, which I thought was really cool because now Piccolo was like Piccolo did the smart play. Shouts to Jason Reeves. He was like, Dragon like, yo, what you want? I want to be stronger. All right, give me more power. He was like, all right, here you go. Like I can't remember who it was. They were like, just give me money. It's like, no, bruh. Like, bruh, look, give me mad power and then some. And see, and then, Gohan went super extra power Gohan or something. So now we have a level where it's like, all right, now it doesn't have to be one villain that can show up. Like, we could get a whole group of new villains that they could all show up and not the Ginyu Force, but they could all actually be dope and not be doing no dancey stuff and actually be a credible threat.
Do not hate Ginyu Force, best villains ever.
Man, Ginyu Force, man, them dudes.
The memes you can do with them are so wonderful.
They were so corny, man.
That's the whole point.
Oh man, I was like, this is a waste of time.
No, it's never a waste of time to have super silly, super Sentai foolishness going about. Shout out to GIF. There's your Power Rangers, buddy, right there.
Man,
but
that Ginyu Force, man.
I cannot. Speaking of which, just future thoughts. I cannot wait for Reject Ranger / Loser Ranger. I cannot wait for something bad. Gift, it's your time. They've been doing it with the boys.
It's your time.
It's time for the Rangers to get Invincible or whatever. It's gonna get rough. It may not be as rough as Invincible, but
oh yeah, we got Invincible on the way, sort of.
Yeah.
Because I think they said they're going to give us, 2 episodes, and then there's going to be a hiatus or something like that. So
it's going to be no more than 5, and then it's going to stop.
So I forgot we still got Invincible coming. But yeah, actually, Loser Rangers looks like, and I mean, because I haven't really read anything, I just looked at the trailer. And since the trailer, that at least the one I saw is all in Japanese, and I don't speak Japanese, I was just like looking at it. But it seems like this is going to be very different from even something like The Boys, like similar to, and roll with me for a second. There's a movie I think it's called The Last Exorcism. And basically in this movie, there's this preacher going around doing fake exorcisms and getting paid for it and stuff. He's like, rolling around doing these fake exorcisms. And he rolls up on this girl that is actually demonically possessed. And like, he's actually got to do something now. And what it looks like from Go-Go Loser Rangers is like, oh yeah, we faked this hero stuff, and then like actual real villains show up, and they're like, oh, hold on, we have to fight.
Gotta interject. It's actually the other way around. No, the Rangers are serious. Like they're again, like that's why it's like The Boys. They beat the crap out of the villains. The villains are their slaves now. One of the villains had enough, and he's actually infiltrating them to become a Ranger to tear them up from the inside.
So
it's
he's
like
doing,
a revert.
He's doing the Civil War play.
But it's like they are so beat down. Like it's dangerous. Like no, there might be glory hogs or whatever, but they can eradicate you. And it's like, because they already won. Like, the villains, the quote-unquote villains of the story, or the antagonists, have already won. Now he's trying to fight to bring the power back. Yeah, they ain't good. They like
honestly, like what I just said, and I mean, that's cool. I'd like to see the Civil War play too, but I think for me, that's what something like The Boys is missing. Because, I mean, I get it, but since this is an adaptation, we don't have to do exactly what happened in the comics anyway. And then also, you kind of beat it to death, man. It's season 3, bro. You go into 4 seasons. We get it.
I gotta disagree with you. That's never the intent of The Boys to have a hero. Everybody.
No, I'm not saying they need to have a hero. I'm saying it would be dope if real villains showed up, and then they had to be heroes.
They are the villains.
No, you don't. Maybe I'm not articulating myself.
I know what you're saying,
then
It's
fine.
all-
You like
it's-
what you like. Why can't I enjoy what's
I'm
something?
saying it's all a sham. I'm just saying there's no room for that in that. It's just they are evil. They are trash. They are terrible people that need a terrorist to take them down. That's how bad the world is. Like there's never like remember like Homelander tried it. He tried to create his own villains to make himself look good, but he's already
Yeah,
powerful.
that's I'm not talking about making your own villains. Like some actual villains.
But
Like
who-
not
where
like
would they
not
come
making
from
up
with-
their villains.
but
Like
where would
actual
they-
villains.
Where would they come from without the compound B drug? That
I
he
mean,
owned?
look
he
at
controls.
Marvel Comics. How many people have recreated, the super soldier serum kind of thing?
But Vought
So I
is
mean,
kinda-
there's an example for it. Since The Boys is essentially a ripoff of something of a ripoff of a ripoff. So if we're gonna do
Vault-
that,
already won. That's just it. You're starting from they already to kick everybody's butt who can fight with them. And the few people that do it, they kind of really go on suicide missions. I get what you're saying. I'm just saying there's just I don't know. It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna
no,
happen.
I'm not expecting it to happen. I'm just saying this would make it more enjoyable for me because it's getting stale.
Fair enough.
In the last season, I was like, all right, man, y'all are really,
But
y'all are. I mean, it's not that it's produced bad. I don't think it's poorly acted. I don't think it's poorly written. I'm just like,
you just made me tired
I
of the
get it.
concept.
yeah, I'm just
But-
like, I get it.
So
Like,
this
but I mean, I don't believe that's like you're on the flip side. I was talking to Jason about that. It's like, so you want me to believe like everybody's bad, but if
Yeah.
everybody's bad, then what's the point of even watching this?
with
Just-
entertainment
just like if you
purposes-
watch the show, where everyone was good, you'd be like, well, where? So it's like
I
I-
disagree
for me,
highly because
you would disagree
because
highly that people would want to watch a show where everybody's good and everybody's good all the time and like
I disagree
everything's good.
with the concept with the boys because there's good in some of the people of the boys, but they pretty much are terrible people trying to whatever take down the greater evil. But Butcher is a terrible person. Now, if they wind up going the same way in the books, there's no good end to Butcher. There's no maybe Huey might make it. Maybe they might rewrite some things. There's no happy
I mean, the
ending,
way it looks, I assume everybody's probably going to be dead at the end of the show.
pretty much. That's probably if they might go with that. But these
Like, I figure they
so-
probably have like a season or two left. Like,
Yeah.
I'd say one because the way they ended last season, I'm like, bro, there ain't but so much more y'all can
and they
do.
really should have died. They all should have really died last season. They just kind of got away. They kind of got lucky. And they did rechange something. Like Maeve is supposed to really been brutally murdered by Homelander. I guess her hero self died and then she became normal. So I guess in a way they stayed to the same, but they'll never be Maeve again. She can't come back. But if she come back, if she pops up and anybody who knows her going to kill her on sight. If anybody connected to Vought find Maeve, she's dead. And her girlfriend. So
Dang.
you
Why they gotta
know,
kill
so-
her too? She ain't did nothing.
Man, they almost killed her.
She ain't
Last
hurt
time.
nobody.
But I'm just saying, I think Reject Ranger is gonna go the same way. I just think we're gonna be entertained thoroughly. I think it's gonna have a little bit of comedy because you basically got essentially a putty. Let's say a putty can go under who can shapeshift can infiltrate the Rangers, but then he's gonna see how hard it is. In a way, akin to Spy Family. Like this mission is not gonna be easy. And you're going to go through some things. Like he probably gonna get some victories. Now, it's hard to be Lloyd Forger because he's so good, and even his mission is so impossible. But I just can't wait for something like that. Like,
We
I
be having
know
missions
boys-
inside of missions too.
missions inside of missions. So I hope I'm getting hyped for Reject Ranger. I hope it doesn't let me down.
I think
And
I think
also-
they'll be all right. I think this is one because we've been waiting for one to come through, and especially since we got Zom on life
Oh,
support.
man.
So we're due for one that comes through and hits.
Yeah,
We ain't
it's
got
like,
we ain't got My Hero till next year. Dragon Ball Daima, they ain't till next year.
yeah, you have all of.
Man, you
I'll let you
probably ain't
tell
gonna
me.
see Demon Slayer for the next 10 years. They be coming back when they feel like it. So,
Oh, I mean, no, Demon Slayer, we're gonna see probably for the next 4, because they're gonna split one of the last arc into 2 seasons, I believe. They're gonna pull an Attack on Titan on us. So I don't know what now. Attack on Titan, they just splitting up. I don't know what they did with that nonsense. They split it up. So they stretched that out so long. It's like, can y'all please get this over with? I don't watch, but I just don't understand. Oh, it's the final season, part 2 of 1 or something. Like, what? Like, I'm confused. Like, is this the last arc or not? Or is this just y'all talking out your butt? So, I don't
they
think
trying to get some more ad revenue or something.
Demon Slayer ain't gonna be that bad, but I think somebody said the Infinity Saga is going to be, it's gonna get a little more stretchy. I think we about to have the like training arc, and then you're gonna have the last part gonna be take over 2 years instead of 1. So,
Oh man.
but I'm
I
fine
mean,
with
I'll
it.
be there, but I mean, they ain't.
So,
See,
ain't-
man, this is when we need some people to do some tax evasion to get this thing going. You know what I'm
just
saying?
saying we gonna enter into that. Yeah, this ain't tax evasion. This that money. He getting his money back. He's like,
We
gonna take
that.
forever.
We need that Chainsaw Man. We're gonna need some more Hell's Paradise. Like, come on, y'all. Like,
Let's see. Chainsaw Man came out in 2020. Was
1?
it? No.
2022?
It wasn't this year, was it? Or was it this year?
I think it was late last year, maybe.
Okay. So it's not coming out this year, so it should be hopefully by probably fall next year. They
Man,
probably
y'all
not
better.
gonna-
Y'all be taking look, cause
Yeah, they taking their whole time with that one. It's not gonna be quick, but it's coming back. They did say it's coming back. I think they like it's not official yet, because if something damage it, they can still drop it. But they was like just estimate like, yeah, you're not gonna see it in 2023. But
dang.
Mappa, take your time. Just make sure it comes out. Don't do us like Zom. If you had to skip a year, I get it. Don't skip no more years after this. I want Chainsaw Man every single year if we can get it.
I need my Dark Trio, man. Come on,
Like,
y'all.
I
Like,
need
what
the
y'all
dark.
doing?
I don't know why the Dark Trio ain't top. I know it. Everybody that should be the top of the list. I'm pretty sure some Rudy Pook anime that pays the bills consistently. It's always the stuff nobody wants to watch that pays the most. Like, why? Why Japan? How does this work?
Man, come on, y'all. Y'all bugging. But nah, I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna go in and get into the final thoughts. I'm gonna throw it to the dubious one, if you will. You know him as the Mark Double Love, if you will, Mr. Dubious. What are your final thoughts, and where can they find you?
I think
Oh, Mark Dub must have hit us with an Irish goodbye. So
I think the sleep monster done got him.
it gives you that Rip Van Winkle. So I'm gonna throw it over to Coop. Coop, final thoughts, and of course, where can they find you?
Final thoughts. Basically, y'all tune in definitely to Geek Week, because that's probably going to shift what we gonna talk about quickly. Because I'm gonna binge Onimusha probably, and definitely
Yeah, that's something I'm
whenever
gonna probably watch quick.
whenever Blue Eye Samurai come out, that's gonna be another one. Like, I gotta give it to Netflix. Like, doing the anime and anime inspired things, whether they from different career things. I know I'm just throwing it out there. It's all anime. I ain't being, I know there's somebody going shaking their fist going, ugh! But for our purposes,
Yeah, we ain't worried about that.
And that's fine, because they said they was gonna invest in a lot of foreign markets. It's helped my entertainment. I'm not bored. They did not get affected by the strikes for Disney. But like,
They
all
also didn't get
movies-
affected. They also didn't get affected by the password stuff or the price going up. You want to know why? Because if you bring quality, people will stay. People talk that mess, but they ain't going nowhere. Now when
Well,
Netflix be dropping heat.
Simple thing is, other than Hulu, they still got enough of, like, they still better than network TV, and you can watch network TV on Hulu. So to get the TV vibe, that's still good stuff. And unfortunately, Max just destroyed all its cred except for a few shows. Like, that was the premium TV, but they didn't pretty much, they're starting whatever they starting at. Like, whatever those last creative things on Max, and I don't know where that stuff goes. Netflix hasn't really stopped. If they do the K-dramas, they do the anime, they do some cheesy comedies. They got a lot of foreign films, a lot of different stuff, and stuff that you can relate to. So
And they have a deal with Tyler Perry, y'all. So go in and sign up.
they got another deal. Wait, for real?
Yeah, I think Tyler Perry's still going to do like 2 more movies on there or something. I know he had a deal with them to do like 1 million movies, but he shoot a movie in a weekend, so it don't. He got
I
this.
totally forgot he had a deal with Netflix. So they did.
Yeah.
Because
John Lasseter, you told me about the deal. They switched. They were going to go with Apple TV. They go with Netflix now.
They
So,
going with Netflix.
bruh, Netflix killing y'all on the low.
Sony TV as well. They got Sony signed up to them. So John Lasseter, for better or for worse, yeah, he's probably a scummy creep bag of a dude. But is he talented and probably know how to make a movie? Probably do. And then that includes Brad Bird. Again, we ain't never getting the Incredibles again. I know Disney own it. They ain't gonna do it probably. So I don't know if y'all want to bring Incredibles like to Netflix.
Bruh.
If give Brad Bird the ability to create something new in that vein, then cool. I hope they pursue that.
Nah, I don't know what John Lasseter did or what Brad Bird did, but I know one thing. Unless they got the 100% rights, we about to see an Incredibles 3. You best believe that.
They ain't probably got none of the rights, man. Like they got unasked from their own studio. Like Disney say bye. They got new heads of Pixar. They don't have nothing to do with Pixar. I doubt they own any of Pixar movies. Like, that's how that probably went down. Like, you gotta go, buddy. So I think you might see some of the talent and some of the things go there, but they gonna have to get with it. But I'm tempted to see what they do. But all that to say is Netflix has a lot of IP that's churning, or a lot of projects that's churning, that's going to get a lot of people eyes. And again, they called everybody's bluff financially. They was like, all right, cancel then. Nobody canceled. They got more people to they got back subscribers, and they're getting what they want. Sky's the limit, I guess.
Yeah, because they're dropping heat. Drop heat, bruh. That's all you got to do.
I mean,
they drop heat.
Because what was the hits? Of course,
the K-drama stuff be on point. The animes be on point.
But it was another big one that wasn't it like the Wheel of Time? No, or that's Amazon, but it was something else.
Oh, you're talking about Shadow? Is it Shadow and Bone?
I don't know, but I know they had some other hits that I may have not watched, but like,
yeah, I think you're referring to Shadow and Bone, which is, I guess, like sort of like their Wheel of Time.
You know what they also had? That's a weird hit now.
They got Witcher.
Suits. Suits became a hit on Netflix.
Oh, word.
And Suits is already like, I know a weird USA. I mean, I didn't never care about Suits, but apparently for whatever reason, Suits came to Netflix and got a whole new audience, and it blew up. So you got a show that's old getting you new people to watch your channel. You're winning in spades, I promise you.
Well, because remember, there's a lot of people, because Suits isn't like a super old show, but Suits is old enough for people to be like, oh,
I remember that.
I never watched it. Like, if they mess around and get all them shows like that, like Suits, Nip Tuck, White Collar, all those shows,
they'll never get Nip Tuck because that's FX, and FX be crazy to let that go.
Oh yeah, I forgot. But FX, that'll be on Hulu.
I'm glad you mentioned Nip Tuck. I never watched it live. Like, I was kind of hearing on it. Man, I did it the old school way. me and my wife, we checked out the DVDs from the library of Nip Tuck. Boy, I don't know if the show had ended, but I caught up with everybody. The show ended. I was hooked.
I didn't follow it, but I remember when it was on its first season, I was like, yo, this show is actually kind of dope.
Man.
I was like, I'm not like a doctor show type of dude, but this show is sweet.
I was so in.
There you go. It was well written, well beyond my expectations. So
he has arisen from the dead.
That's what I'm talking about, yo. You know what I'm saying? Gotta come in, just, you know what I'm saying, drop heat on y'all.
So
but go ahead, Kusai.
But basically, all that to say, y'all, it's a lot of good anime, a lot of good animation. Check out some of the reviews we gave. I promise you, you're gonna find something you like. You can find me, of course, at www.blerdish.com. That's BLERD-ISH.com.
If you follow any of the other ones, it's probably not him. Somebody masquerading him.
Man, good job. And shout out to Threads, because you can't masquerade me like talking about. If you ain't got the IG, you can't get the thread. Shout out to Gift for bringing that up. When I found it, I was like, let me go and get my thread. I was like, Lord, it's gonna be a bunch of sucker clones on Threads trying to be me again, because that happened on IG. The people that'll follow your face and then stab you in the back, trying to be you. Yeah, some shout out to some great creators, creating lives out here. Straight suckers. But yeah, you can follow me on Threads. Shout out Threads, IG, and of course the Facebook page. And man, just shout out and all the love, appreciation to everybody who came out to the pop-ups I did. I got a couple of more before I finish the year. I will probably be going back to the NOLA book fair December 2nd. Not officially booked yet, but pretty much it's a done deal. If I sign up, I want to go, so I plan to go. So once that's done, I will officially say that I am going back to New Orleans on December 2nd. But even then, if you're in New Orleans, go to it. It's a dope, just community event. It was so great my first time doing it. I want to do it every single year. So that's what you can find.
That's what's up. Well, Mr. Dub, final thoughts, and where can they find you?
Well, final thoughts. I love that our hero is unleashing more of his powers by releasing more blood. Like,
not releasing more blood though.
But yeah, anime has been good this week. It don't owe me nothing. I can't wait to dive in Trey Songz style into the next seat of coming episodes.
Dive in like Andy, bro. Dive in like Andy with a jetpack of blood.
Yo, man, straight up.
Andy be
jump on in there.
That boy.
Just use your blood to propel you, man.
If I had never thought I would hear the words parts bullet head, and it just be so, oh man, just so deadpan. Just chop your own head off and throw it. What?
Yo, sometimes just gonna be like, just, I don't know, decapitate me and just throw my head over there.
Or I'm so lethal I can shoot my fingertips as bullets.
Yo, the dude is creative, if nothing else.
But good.
Well, my bad. Mark Dub, where can they find you? Oh. See, Mark Dub, he be flowing in and out. Well, all right. Final thoughts for me. Yo, we good. Even though it's weird, we thought it was going to be a whack fall, but fall is kind of being alright because we got Spy Family, we got Berserker Gluttony, which I'm not watching, but it was good to see that dude get washed up. I don't know who he is, but it's nice to see him get washed up. Dude trying to hit him with something like, this is the holy light. He was like, bruh, please.
Ain't nothing
you don't get out you don't get that weak move out my face.
Sir, but, you are a demon and you getting exercised.
Yeah, it's like we got Jujutsu Kaisen, Pluto, Spy Family, Undead Unluck. We got some good news for Coop. They said Fire Force is coming with a season 3.
I am going to hold my breath until I see it. I know, shout out to Dana. I know she said it. I trust Dana because Dana's dope. I just want to see some promotion before I get hyped.
Okay, all right.
So they let me down.
Because I mean, your boy Shinra, he coming back through. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Maybe you know what? I'm gonna say this. This is my final thoughts. My young brother over here, Coop, he likes Fire Force. And I was harsh on Fire Force, man. I ain't give Shinra his props. So you know what I did for Coop? I went back. I watched the first 2 episodes. I mean, I don't hate it. But I did watch the first 2 episodes. After some time, it's a good looking anime. And to a certain degree, I do want to find out who killed his mama.
Yes, and honestly, bro, even if you didn't care about the story, Benny, what's his name, Captain Benny, the town where they just like they dress in traditional garb. He's like the strongest captain. They literally blew up the town when one of their partners caught on fire, and they like celebrated his death, like not in a sad way or like fun of. They like gave him a great big send off. Like when that episode, something about that was just dope. It was like, we love you, we have to kill you, but we're going to celebrate your death in massive explosion. I just like that character, and he don't even express feeling. He's kind of like off, but that's when he cared. But he also trained Shinra, since you like training, and he's brutal. Oh, he's so good with his heads. He hurts Shinra a lot. So I just didn't like the way they left it on the cliffhanger, because it was like they was just now training him, and they was training the girl with the fire.
What, Mako or whatever?
Nah, not Mako. She good. Mako got hands, but the one with clothes fall off. Pretty much. It might be Mike, but Maki is the one. Is the witch, I think.
Yeah, Maki or Mako. I can't remember. I think it's Maki.
But the other one who like Shinra, clothes kind of just popping off for some reason. And also,
but
man,
hey, man,
they got a dope black character, bro. They got a dope black character. Man.
Oh, word? They got a brother in this?
Wanted to come back from. See, you ain't watched enough.
Well, I mean, I watched 2 episodes, and I was like, you know what? I was like, it looks good, but I don't know if I'm feeling it that much.
I know you don't jump ahead too much, but do me a favor. Go look up Ogun and Fire Force and tell me you wouldn't be a fan of Ogun.
Let me see.
Watch some of his clips.
Before we go, I'm gonna take a look at him real quick. Ogun Fire Force. Let's see what he look like. Oh, it's a brother. Oh snap! Hold up, it's a brother with the dress to the back.
And you know it's a brother. His hairline ain't jacked
snap,
up.
It's a brother. Yeah, he ain't got a whack hairline either.
And he's also a young, like he's like a sort, like him and Shinra are highly respected. And
hold up, his body be glowing, bro. He got that glow. Your body knows when you got that glow. Oh, see, all right, now I'm gonna have to watch this now. I didn't know y'all had a brother in there. See, you should have told me that first. You should have said there's a brother in there with some dreads to the back and his body glows. I'd have been like,
he actually is listed as has the ability to get as high as some of the captains, as strong as some of the captains. So Ogun is strong.
All right, like so. See, now we back. Now we back. See, you should have led with that. When I said, look, I watched a couple episodes, but I wasn't feeling it. You should have been like, there's a brother in there with dreads to the back, and he got like cool lines on his body that glows. And
I will make a prediction. If Ogun doesn't get murdered or something like that, and if they ever do a time jump, Ogun will be a captain. He's gonna be
the next Hokage up in this joint.
He's going to be. He's a captain level firefighter. Like, he's definitely as strong as Shinra, or just about close right now. He's stronger than most captains. I would say than a few captains and a few high-ranking lieutenants. I think he might be a lieutenant. So, like, you earn that rank in Fire Force. Like, if you're a lieutenant, you're very important, especially to be that young to be like a lieutenant.
All right, because at first I was just like, yeah, this is another kid that wants to be a hero. All right, cool, no problem. It looks good, but I don't know if I can hang around with this. I'm watching tons of other stuff. But now you said some brother in it, say less. So with that said, guys, until the next time that you have to deal with a spontaneous combustion human, this is from us to you saying, peace.
That's why you watch more than one episode, children.
Nah, bruh. Look, that's why you bring the heat early on. Stop giving me your plain milk toast. You know what I'm saying? Caucasian or Caucasianish characters that we've seen
Mike
over and
said,
over. Show me the brother
put
early
no gun
on.
from the beginning.
Show me the brother early on, and then we can get this popping. You know what I'm saying? Show me the brother doing cool stuff. Show me the Bruce Leroy of Fire Force, and then I'll be like, all right, let's roll. You know what I'm saying? And he got a good haircut too. He ain't got no Beijing or nothing like that, so we good. He ain't getting the hair weave and like gluing it to his bald head and then cutting it like he got waves or something.
Marvis, chill out with the Beijing, for you making people bald out here, y'all.
Man, look, just stop with the Beijing, y'all. We out. We love all y'all. Peace.
You know what I mean? It's like you want to spread mathematics, spread it right. You know what I mean?